We have an adventure today in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but we started off trying out Frontier Restaurant. Brandon's already had some of his burrito. What do you think?
It's very delicious, very good.
This is a very popular restaurant here. I think it was started by some students in 1971. I got a breakfast burrito too, but I also got this sweet roll because you have to get this when you're here. It looks delicious. Take a look at this burrito. It's got eggs, it's got cheese, it's got green and red chilies, and it's got some potatoes. Brandon said it was delicious. So our first stop is the Manhattan Project in Los Alamos. Like many others, we saw Oppenheimer this summer and we thought it was really interesting. And since we were nearby, we figured we might as well stop and see Los Alamos, where they worked on the Manhattan Project to build the first atomic bomb. This is so interesting because it shows that when people were starting the Manhattan Project, people just weren't told really any information, and until they got to Santa Fe, they didn't know where they were going. This is interesting. Their population here in Los Alamos grew really, really quickly, and there were a lot of births happening here throughout the years. Here is the sign for the Oppenheimer and General Groves statues. They together won the race to build an atomic bomb during the time of World War II. As a side note, it is fall here and the leaves are changing beautifully. Everyone comes to New England where we live to see the leaves, but the leaves here are great. Did you know it looked like this here in the fall?
I did not know. Not in New Mexico.
Yeah, I didn't know. We had no information, no correct information on what New Mexico would actually be like. This is the Fuller Lodge. It was a cafeteria for the school, and they also used it to host events for the scientists working on the project. Everything has very clearly been refurbished since the 40s, but it's really cool because this is where all those things did take place. Around here, there's a senior center and a library, and it's just so crazy to see this. I mean, it makes sense that this is something that would be rebuilt and people would live here, use this area, but it's just, I guess, a weird thing to think about. In the visitor center, it said that the scientists worked on the Manhattan Project 6 days a week, and then on their last day, the 7th day of the week, they really hit the ground running, exploring everything, doing hikes, going to the opera, throwing parties. So I feel like in history, at least for me, I always think of like very serious times as very serious all the time, but really that's not the case. Is that it's more true that there's always good things and bad things going on simultaneously, and you're kind of dealing with them both at once. So it's just interesting to kind of see that in real life and see the way that they had lived, even though this place was a lot more remote back then because it was like a secret location. It's definitely an interesting thing to see how it evolved. 2 Nobel Prize winners lived here, and then during the Cold War they developed a lot of weapons here. It was like kind of a laboratory. The Los Alamos Ranch School is what they had used Los Alamos for before the Manhattan Project, and they said that since scouting was part of the curriculum, a troop mounted on horseback, and they were the first mounted troop on horseback in the whole country, and this troop 22, still exists in Los Alamos today. That's pretty cool. I also really like these fall colors being. This is a reconstructed Pueblo ancestral site, and the Pueblos left here because the soil was depleted and it was no longer the right place for them to live, so it was reconstructed in the early 2000s. This was the big house, and this is where they hosted their radio station. So that's interesting, but the Atomic Energy Commission tore it down to make way for a community center and shopping center, which is what you see now. This is how the big house used to look when it was first a Alamos Ranch School dormitory. So this sign here notates Bathtub Row, which is where the scientists put up all their temporary housing and the different bathhouses, and because it was just temporary, it wasn't really meant to be super nice. It was just supposed to be functional, and the houses that are here, that are still here, were were just residential, so they get to stay here. They're much nicer than what they had during the Manhattan Project, so they named this area Bathtub Row. This here is the powerhouse. They had some scientists living in here as well during the Manhattan Project, and they had built a little tool shed next to it and carved a little moon in it to make it look like an outhouse as a joke, but that's not here anymore. It really is so beautiful over here, and one of the signs was saying how when things went wrong in Los Alamos, which they often did, as it often does in science, they would all just look at each other and say, well, at least we've got a view. It really is nice, especially with the changing colors. They have this sign about Oppie the snake, and I was like, what? And then I looked down and they have this growing snake with painted rocks. That's so cute. I wish we had a painted rock to add to this. That's so fun. I love that. Brandon's looking for a rock. We're gonna add a rock even though it's not technically painted. We're gonna participate. Pick any rock you like. Perfect.
Okay.
Let's add it to the snake. They might move it, and that's okay. Add it to the end. Gotta help him grow. Yay! Yay! They have a really nice park set up in the middle of it too, with a little lake, picnic tables. It's so pretty. I like the ducks. Quack quack. I also got this cool postcard of art, New Mexico art from the gallery. So that's fun. That just about wraps up our time here at Los Alamos. First, we're just gonna go see the entrance gate. It's rebuilt, it's not original, but it looks just like the original, so we're gonna go check that out. And then we're gonna head to Bandelier National Park. We found it, the secret project, Los Alamos Project Main Gate. Present your passes to the guards. Cool, right? It's funny because it's just bathrooms now. Down here is what they call Atomic City, and it's where they have their, what are they called, Bean?
County municipal offices?
Yeah, those offices, but I mean, if I had to guess, it seems like this is where the laboratory probably was. Because of extensive work they're doing inside the park between 9 and 3, you have to take a shuttle from the White Rock Visitor Center to get to Bandelier. You take these shuttles that come every half hour or so. We made it to Bandelier National Monument. So excited to start exploring. So Bandelier is home to many native tribes. They have over 20 of them, and at some point Bandelier was home to each and every one of them. So just make sure that you're respectful while you're exploring, because like they said, this is not Disneyland. This is someone's home. It is beautiful here, and it's home to tons of birds and wildlife. Tons of bird watchers around here. I wish we were bird watchers.
I know. I was a fake one.
Really?
One day. I'll tell you the story another day.
This here is Frijoles Canyon, and it's called a big kiva. And kivas were centers for religious and political life for ancestral Pueblo people. And they're still important today. And it was used from 1150 to 1550 CE. So here in Bandelier, you can explore inside the alcoves. So you can see some people on ladders going in. As long as there's a ladder, you're able to climb it. Here's something fun, and by fun I mean absolutely terrifying. It is tarantula mating season, so there are a bunch of tiny baby tarantulas running around, and they told me about this, and I was like, are they gonna shoot poisonous darts at me? And she goes, oh no, they're little. But I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna be brave. And I just want to see one and get it over with. This is really unique. This is awesome. I haven't seen any tarantulas yet. Lols. Here are the rules. Stay on paved trail. Enter only caves that have ladders. There are all kinds of holes in these rock formations, and this one has a nest. That's so fun. I love that. No birdies in there, but a nest. There are stairs on this trail, so something to be aware of if you have bad knees. There's not a ton of them, but they do have them.
So we found a ladder, and you can explore the tunnels that have the ladders. So we're in together.
We made it inside the cave. It's a little one.
It's a tiny hole over here. But I think we're gonna head out. There's some people behind us.
Yeah.
And I want a picture coming down.
It's cool here.
Yeah.
I want to show outside. This is the view. Pretty stunning. So, this talus house was reconstructed in the 1900s to show what the cave dwellings looked like. It's cool. We found another cave with a ladder, so we're going in to explore. Brandon said it's bigger, so I'm gonna make my way up. So this cave is a lot bigger. I'm standing up in it. I'm 5'3", and I can't stand through the whole thing, but I can stand through parts of it. And I want to show you the different kind of views you get when you look through the little peaks. It's really cool. Here's one cool one. So there's like a little circle window. So this is cool, little window. Then if you go through here, then you get more sick views through the tunnels. Oh, it's so cool. This is such a cool place. You can see Bean down there. Hi, Bean. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. Here's the second room area. There's Bean again with more views. And it looks like you can go up there. I'm not going to do that. I don't need to hurt myself. This is plenty cool for me. I love this. Some narrow steps. Unfortunately, one of the alcoves is closed due to vandalism. Terrible. So sad to see that there's been vandalism there. These caves are very sacred, special places. I'm too short to show Brandon, but they really are some sacred, special places. So it's really important to just be respectful anywhere you go, but especially if you're going somewhere that's sacred to a group of people. This place is really incredible. It's the fall. This section's super cool. And in here, I don't know if it's gonna show, there are petroglyphs on the wall. We've really been enjoying the cactus. They're so fun. This is what they call longhouse. And they're also calling it like an apartment building, basically. An apartment complex, because it could fit many Pueblo settlers. Very interesting. And there's petroglyphs here as well. And there's apparently one of a macaw. So they're saying that that could potentially be indication of trade from hundreds of miles away. That's pretty cool. No tarantulas yet, but we do have this scary footbridge. You want to go first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. So we're gonna try to go to the alcove house, but we're gonna have to get there quickly because we're short on time.
Fear of heights.
Well, do you want to try it, and then if it seems scary, we could turn around?
Okay. It's a 140-foot vertical ascent.
Let's just check it out. We found another footbridge, and look at the view from it. Crazy. So pretty. All right, so we're probably not going to be able to go in it. We're just really short on time, but I want to at least see it. So this is the start of it. There's kind of paths on the edge of the mountain cliff. This is cool. There's a sign here that talks about how archaeologists don't really have the full picture of any of this right now, but originally they called the alcove house ceremonial cave, but through new research they found that it probably wasn't something ceremonial, more likely someone lived here, so they changed the name to alcove house. All right, so this is the climb to get to the top. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it really fast. Brandon's gonna take a picture of me, and then we're gonna head back. There's Bean, all the way down there. All right, time to make my descent. Brandon's making an attempt up there, at least just up the ladder. Okay, I look like a frat boy. Brandon made it almost to the very top of that ladder, so that's really impressive.
Yeah, you know, we're kind of pressed for time.
We're super pressed for time.
And as I got to the top, I kind of freaked out, so.
Yeah.
But I did my best.
You did great. So now we have to kind of hustle back, so I'm not gonna film much, but if we see a tarantula, I'll show you.
Okay.
If you keep going, which I wish I could, but no time, there are more ladders like this on the sides of the cliff. Looks fun. This tree is charred from fire. Looks really interesting. There are rattlesnakes back here, so be wary. They also have mountain lions here. Beep! We gotta make sure we make a lot of noise. Are you making a lot of noise, Bean? Okay, if you're afraid of spiders, skip to this time that I put on the screen right here. Tarantula. It's kind of cute. Oh my god. Chills all over my body. So just a quick review of the spider. Big. Big, but not too big. It was kind of cute-ish. I have goosebumps all over my body. I don't think they'll ever go away.
I thought it was cute.
It was pretty cute, but also like years of being terrified of those things. Still a little bit there. But it was cute. I don't know. I kind of liked it. Okay, welcome back everybody. I hope you're having a good day, and after we exit Bandelier National Monument, we're heading to Santa Fe. All right, and time to get on the bus. We did not miss the last one. This isn't even the last one. We're doing great. We had the best time at Bandelier. It was so fun. I wish we had even more time there, but we couldn't get locked out since we had to take the shuttle. The very last shuttle left at 5, so we didn't want to miss it, but it was such an amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad we got to do it. And now we're heading to Santa Fe to get dinner and maybe explore a little bit. We are going to Paper Dosa for dinner. It's South Indian food. This is fried onion and kale, and they said that this is the Indian onion ring, South Indian onion ring. It's called pakora. And my favorite thing in the world, papadum with chutneys. Here is my paper dosa. It has masala, but oh my goodness, it's this big. And Brandon got a chicken curry with basmati rice.